collect money from churches. Pastors and politicians are based on the same figure. Politicians go for collect money from them to run their political parties, their elections, their campaign, whatever, and give them back in return like 100% or 10 times than the money they collect in return when they don't get it. And the reason why, if they collect like 10,000 from religious leader to pay back 10,000 to pay back 100 million, how you expect that kind of politician we don't pay back that kind of money to work again? You don't work for the system because after you pay all the debts, you need to keep money for yourself too. So our religious leaders are part of the problem we are facing. See the confession of our vice president. You don't know the whole world now. If I like to sack so many people from, always corrupt politicians, but just because of him, they send that cost, especially from religious leader, to stop and say, I beg you sack this person, I beg you sack this person. Imagine. Now they only force Osinbajo and say, you must confess, you must talk the person tell him, say, make you no sack, make you call me. He just say the elite, that is the big people. And the big people, who are the big people? The big people are the politicians. The big people are the religious leaders.
Have you seen my beautiful baby? Have you seen my tomato baby? Baby, something you couldn't remember. Baby, na sugar, sugar. Yo, everybody the wait. You don't get enough of all. He made me mama cow. Better soup na money kilo.
Hello Nigerians, hello Africa, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Coco Mama. Thank you for stopping by. If you're seeing my video for the first time and you're from Nigeria, I did do bonanza for my Nigeria fans. 1,000 naira for 15 people. I don't give some, remain some. So if you're interested and you'll be my fan and you're in Nigeria, drop your contacts. I love you guys so much. Today I want to tell you now message from our pastor, redeemed pastor, at the same time now our vice president, nobody but Osinbajo. Make I give him a small, make I read some from in word from his mouth. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says whenever he wants to sack a public official who has been found to be corrupt, he gets many calls from religious and political leaders not to do so. Speaking on the 24th of this month, October, Nigeria Economic Summit plenary on corruption and rule of law in Abuja on Monday, the vice president said the Nigeria elite are oftentimes in the way of getting rid of a corrupt official. Nigeria Woods, the founding dean of Blavatnik School of Government at Oxford University, who moderated the plenary, asked Osinbajo to tell the summit who calls him when he wants to sack some politicians. In his response, Osinbajo said, I would like to refer to the Nigeria elite, and it is probably not fair to be that broad, but particularly every segment, because people who have access to you, they could be political leaders, religious leaders, business leaders, whoever has access to you. We have a statement where people just feel like, why don't you just give this guy a break? Just again is part of the problem, which again is part of the problem. You don't get one call, you get several calls. The vice president said the government is doing as much to tackle grand corruption and system corruption, stating that since he became vice president, he has seen how much impact corruption can have on a country, and it is more than he ever imagined. Osinbajo, who was Commissioner of Justice and Attorney General in Lagos State for 8 years, said one of the most frustrating parts of the fight against corruption for him is the slow pace of execution. Even me sef, I dey think that thing, because when I go say this person corrupt, this person corrupt, but when I no give the person in judgment, Nigeria, our corruption get beer, it grow beer for everywhere. He, however, added that the two convictions of former executive governors secured by the federal government has shown that the hands of justice may be slow, but it would eventually catch up. The professor of law said, reforms are important, and the federal government has embarked on a number of them, including the criminal justice reform. But the federal government cannot reform state judiciaries. The vice president sacked Lawan Daura, former Director General of the Department of State Service, DSS. He was also involved in the suspension of Ayo Oke, former Director General of National Intelligence Agency, NIA, and Babachi Lawan, former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF. All right, my Nigeria people, I love you so much. If I did forget some time, I did against all these men of God, traditional leaders and political leaders. Some people will find it difficult, especially when they criticize traditional religious leaders. When I go to find it difficult to understand, like, make I leave them. They are touched, not my anointed. But if I criticize political and religious and traditional leaders, I like them so much. In fact, some of them, they against me to criticize traditional leaders. Traditional leaders and religious leaders, they are touched, not my anointed. The traditional leaders, they fear them because I believe, say them, they get one juju or the other. Why do religious leader they fear them? Because they are touched, not anointed. They are servants of God, and we are servants of devil. And the political leaders, they free for us to call them all kinds of names because they chop on our money. They don't get the right to chop on our money, or feel say those people not get power from juju or power from God to strike when they want strike. No say they go and make them get some kind time pass all those religious leaders home. Not be say I fear them, I don't want to talk about them. I try to let you know, say one of the problems they face for Nigeria now, the traditional and the religious leader, especially the religious leader, they make the country to be like this. Now this is a confession from our vice president. He say they get calls, not one call, not two, several calls from especially religious leader to tell and say this person, the whole world not say this person a corrupt person, but just because he get calls from our religious leader, say no, leave this person, don't touch the person. He no go fit touch the person because our religious leader are the godfather of all these corrupt politicians. And when I did against this corrupt religious leader, una go ask me, or they cost me why I go there against them. Why I not go there against them? As if I know. They are the problems we are facing in Nigeria. These religious leaders, they don't have your interests at heart. Some of them, all these politicians, they go get money from them to do election. When they become the president or any political party, they don't become, they will go pay back 100-fold. Then they collect money these days to do election. Then they collect money from churches. Pastors and politicians are best of the same feathers. politicians go for collect money from them to run their political parties, their elections, their campaign, you know, whatever, and give them back in return like 100% or 10 times than the money they collect in return when they don't get them. And the reason why, if they'll collect like 10,000 from religious leader to pay back 10,000 to pay back 100 million, how you expect that kind of politician may don't pay back that kind of money to work again? You know, if you work for the system, because after he pay all the debts, he need to thief money for himself too. So our religious leader are part of the problem we are facing. See the confession of our vice president. Now, you don't let the whole world now know say if I like to sack so many people from, you know, all these corrupt politicians, but just because of saying get several calls, especially from religious leader, to stop and say, I beg no sack this person, no. I beg no sack this person. No. Imagine. Now they don't force Osinbajo and say he must confess, he must talk the person may tell him, say make it no sack, make it call name. He just say the elites, that is the big people. And the big people, who are the big people? The big people are the politicians. The big people are the religious leader. The big people are the traditional leaders. Right? Traditional cabals, religious cabals, and politician cabals. Now those people with the giant of Nigeria may we get for that. Now those people they set us backward. And if we dare against them, we're not going to dare against us. Me and Unana victim will be to those people. Imagine now, say they won't fight more corruption for the country. And the people may they want come out, maybe say don't make the country go forward. Their godfather are our pastors. Our pastors know say these people are corrupt, but they no fear God. Then they call Osinbajo say, I beg don't remove the person. I beg don't remove the person because of saying they be godfather to them, or because of saying that person they pay crazy amount of tithe and offering to them. They don't care about Una. Make the politician they do anyhow. They care about the return. Make the politician they give them in return the money. Nigeria's not gonna wake up. This one from our vice president. Nigerians living in Nigeria's una dey for complete hell. I dey pity for una seriously. Truth. Man. May God have mercy on that country. Some group of people just hijack that country. They call themselves political cabals and religious cabals and traditional cabals. I don't pray for God to wipe all those people from the surface of Nigeria because of say God is a merciful God. He no go do that kind of thing. But I pray for God to change their hearts. That stone hearts mean they get God will remove and give them the heart of baby. God should touch their hearts. This our vice president. Now man may for like to do something, but then just be like say they tight in hand because he cannot do anything. He no fit do anything. Oh my God, may God deliver my country, Nigeria, from the hands of strong people. That's why now the only way I get to talk with that. Alright guys, I go stop for you. I love you so much. Like I always talk, I do small bonanza for my Nigeria people. Please, if you're interested, send your contact. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank all those people who don't donate to our foundation so far. Please, if you want to donate to our foundation, if you're interested, please, I will put the number of the account number on the screen. I know the people made in Nigeria and they use this money, they help people for streets. So many people for street. So many people there for hospital. So they try to see what we fit do, and they will send us video. We will show na the video how the money waka reach. They will pay hospital bills and the school fees for people made their papa know their life again. You know, let's touch life, please. We could leave all this about so-called pastors. They don't get enough. Instead of them to use the money when they get, they build factories so that poverty will reduce for the system. Then they use and they build churches upon churches. Churches, maybe churches now go put food for our table. They need to build factories so that we will get work, and when we get work, we go pay tithe and offering. And so I get to talk rich. I don't know past today. I don't know past as I just dropped for ground now. I love them so much. Na Naija Babe by B, and I like to speak our Naija slangs for this place because I know they pass my boundary. After all, I know Coco finish primary school. I think say na primary 3 or 4 now I end. My papa no get money to complete the education. I no blame am because he born too much, plenty children. No be in fault. He must born pikin. Our African way be that. We no need to blame our papa. They are always right. I love you so much, my people. One love. Please join the conversation. Tell me what you think for this very topic. Some of our Nigeria politicians, they for like to do better thing, but just because of say they get the support from our religious leader, so it make them they misbehave. Now waiting, I think with that. And in cases like this, some of all this, I don't know wetin politician and then pastors get in common to do. They are two different people. I don't know Nigeria. Nigeria don't corrupt to the place. Maybe say kuru we go see bad thing, but we go just overlook them like mean. All these small things, that not just make our country now can't get K-leg. And if we talk, they will say, I beg you, it's my father in the Lord, or it's my politician, it's my governor, it's my senator, Baba, oh, you go they hail them. No wahala. Now bye you. Now yeah, I sabi rich. I no want talk past my boundary. Before EFCC go come locate me, come Obodom. I know they Nigeria EFCC go locate me, come meet me for this my country. They say I don't pass my boundary, so make I stop for this place. I love you now so much. Now bye you. One love.